Here's my Honda Fireblade, 1994 Fireblade, bought in September 2012. It's now April 2013, so over the winter months I've basically stripped it down and rebuilt it again. It was a bit of a mess when I first bought it. I bought it as a non-runner and got it running. So I'll just show you basically what I've done and working from the back really. Yeah, backseat unit, as I say, it's modified. It's off a GSX-R 750 I think. The back unit and the rear wheel is off a Honda VFR 800 with a single-sided swinging arm and an all-ins shock arm. It's got a stainless steel Provic exhaust. I'll just show you a couple of little bits of work I've done. The subframe here, I've replaced this subframe because the previous owner had actually hacked into it to actually get the seat to fit, and I didn't like what he'd done. And there, because he'd taken away quite a lot of the metal here, so basically replaced the subframe as well. There was a subframe which was made out of steel. However, I didn't like that one, so I've replaced it with aluminium using some of the old unit from the original subframe. I'll just get this off a second. Okay, underneath the seat unit, I've just put the seat release just underneath here. This thing that I was fiddling with before, you can't see it, but it's around here. Little seat unit. So this arrangement here, this is what I've made out of the old subframe. So all this here that you see here is what I've actually made. So this is basically just drilled and bolted. It isn't actually welded at all, but it's very strong, and it's basically done, you know, with the correct spaces, etc. So it all lines up and fits correctly. So this is all made. I renewed a lot of the wiring actually inside. Most of the work actually for the wiring you can't really see because obviously it's under the tank and under the seat unit, but I cleaned all that up and replaced loads and loads of joints which were just tied together with tape. This unit here, basically, because the battery is a bit difficult to get to, it's right underneath the seat and the seat takes a while to get off. I've just extended a couple of leads from the battery, so every time I don't have the bike used, I can just put it on charge there. So it's just like a wandering lead, it just runs from the battery, so I can just basically put that onto the charge itself. So the seat unit just basically fits back in and then clips on. And see, I haven't spent a lot of money on the bike. I just really wanted to actually see how it all sort of performed, etc. But so going around, replaced the indicators on the back, put a legal number plate on the back as well. A bit big, but it's obviously road legal itself. Looks quite good from the back because it's actually jacked up as well. So the spaces to actually jack the bike up at the back is a standard subframe unit, but this is actually jacked up with the spacer here. So I've replaced all these and made these out of aluminium as well. Bracket, etc. mounting, I've mounted this all on the side of the battery box here as well. Right, what else have I done? The wheels obviously painted black, just matte sort of satin black colour. And say new indicators on the back as well, just the mini indicators. Because it's got LED indicators on the back and actually lamps on the front, had to get a special relay unit because the one that I got from eBay, which promised that it would work correctly, didn't flash at the right rate. So a friend of mine took it to bits and basically got it to work correctly. He's a star, Dennis. So yeah, the other thing, shock absorber all-ins, yeah. Basically took that apart, stripped it, rebuilt it, and painted it as well, so it looks a lot smarter than it did originally, because it looked like it'd been bombing the sea for 100 years. Just coming around here. This is sort of temporary at the moment. This is the my very small chain guard that I've actually manufactured. This is just really just to keep the brake. line away from the chain and the tyre. What I'm going to do actually is get a longer one of these and route it through the single-sided swinging arm here, and it comes up here. But I haven't had time to do that yet, so I've just popped this on. That's actually manufactured out of an old battery box from a car. Just cut from a scrapyard piece of plastic basically, and just cut it to fit. But anyhow, it's okay for temporary. This, by the way, is just a protective cover here, just to stop any crud getting onto the rear shock absorber, and just protecting that a little bit. Coming round, engine itself, just standard. Haven't done anything really to the engine itself. Just changed the oil, and balanced the carbs. It runs fine, runs sweet. Just give it a clean up, polish the engine casings, etc. And the frame itself, give it a little bit more of a polish. Find the best thing for the frame, once it's actually in the polished state, is to use T-cut. Ideal stuff. T-cut. The exhaust unit, it's a stainless steel Alkopovic exhaust, as I said. Best thing I find to actually clean that up is Scotch-Brite. So I've been using some Scotch-Brite on that, and a little bit of sort of wire wool and a wire brush on the heavier parts. But Scotch-Brite actually brings it up really well. And just finally sort of coming at the front really. Replace the levers, because a couple of the levers had snapped. Couple of little bar end mirrors, just cheapy ones from eBay. They work quite well actually, not too bad. Vibrate a little bit, but no worse than any standard ones. And the good thing is you don't see elbows with them as well. They don't stick out too much, because I've actually put the bar ends on the other side as opposed to putting them right at the end. I've sort of spaced them out and put the bar ends there, so they're a little bit neater. Replace the clocks just with standard Fireblade clocks. However, the fairing wouldn't fit with this, so I've actually disassembled them from the bracket below, and actually took these clocks apart and actually squashed the whole unit together. So this is a lot more compact than the original, because I wanted these indicator lights and obviously the full speedo, etc. Rev counter. Beforehand it just had like an old one which I didn't like before. I've made, as I say, the brackets for the Fireblade clocks out of the old subframe as well underneath there. Not a particularly fantastic job, but it's okay. But that all fits quite nice and neatly in there. Front end, that's off a Peugeot scooter, I think. This little front end fairing looks alright. But inside there mounted a couple of little indicator lights as well, so they work pretty well. And as you see, it's got the right flash rate as well, actually, with the lights on as well. And coming around the front end, the standard. Obviously I've had the front end off, cleaned it all up, new pads in the front and in the back as well, painted the wheels, and just basically give it a bit of a clean up. And I think that's about it really. I MOT'd yesterday, got it taxed on the road. Runs well, yeah. It is fast, it's good. Start it up, show you what it sounds like. Let's come around here. It's a bit cold, but good. The engine sounds sweet, doesn't have any rattles. Pretty good. That's it. Project Blade. Until next time.